You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many.
What's up, Unstoppable Squad? Today we have another Impact Wrestling under pink light for Impact. So the action begins before the Impact with an exclusive match. Jody Threat versus Neva. Neva steps up to Jody Threat in this match. You won't see anywhere else. Excuse me. Threat delivers a series of punches in the corner. Neva fights free and hits a running clothesline, followed by a bulldog for 2. Threat regains control with double knees to the back and a German suplex. Neva retreats to the floor and baits her opponent in. Back in the ring, Neva hits another clothesline for 2. Threat soars with aerial offense from the top rope. Threat hits the F-bomb to remain undefeated. Jody Threat defeats Neva. The road to Slammiversary heats up and all new Impact is on the air. OVE, Sami Callihan, Jake Christ, and Madman Fulton versus Brian Myers and the Good Hands, Jason Hodge and John Skyler. Brian Myers looks to lead the Good Hands to victory against OVE. Fulton puts his strength on display as he slams all 3 of his opponents simultaneously. Myers distracts Chris on the top rope, allowing Skyler to gain control. Myers and the Good Hands cut off the ring as they begin to wear Chris down. Chris hits a diving forearm to Skyler, creating an opening and allowing him to make the tag to Callahan. Moments later, Moose appears out of nowhere and pushes Chris off the top rope. Myers capitalizes with a roster cut clothesline to win. Brian Myers and the Good Hands pick up the win over OVE by the help of Moose. Eddie Edwards assures Frankie Kazarian that he can be trusted in their match against Bully Ray and Steve Maclin tonight. Really, yeah, about that. We'll get to that towards the end here, because I watched the preview of that. That's the only highlight that Impact had. Rich Swann offers his longtime friend Sami Callihan assistance in the fight against Moose and Brian Myers. Dirty Dango versus Jajar. Dirty Dango is out to prove that she should have a documentary instead of Jajar. You mean he? Jajar hits a drop kick to gain control. Dango retreats to the outside where Jajar takes him off his feet with a crossbody. Dango avoids the gargoyle spear and hits the inverted DDT to win. Dirty Dango beats Jajar. After the match, Director of Authority Santino Marella makes Dango pay for his recent actions by striking him with a cobra. Neva thanks Jody Threat for stepping into the ring with her earlier tonight on BTI. Neva tries to reunite with her former tag team partner, Havoc, but she has since been transformed into Jessica. Neva thinks she can help the Death Dolls find out what happened to their former selves in the undead realm. Interesting. Rosemary chronicles the early part of her career and shares personal details of her struggles with injuries, mental health, and finding the right path in today's pro wrestling landscape on Dairy next Thursday at 7/6 Central on Access TV. Zyke Dice earns his referee license as Johnny Swinger hopes that it will help him on his quest for 50 wins. The Design, Khan and Angels with Diener versus Jonathan Gresham and Mike Bailey. The Design look to bounce back as they battle Jonathan Gresham and Mike Bailey tonight. Khan takes out both of his opponents with a double running clothesline. Angels hits Gresham with a half and half suplex. Meanwhile, Khan levels Bailey on the outside. Back in the ring, Bailey hits a running shooting star on Khan, but it doesn't faze the big man. Gresham hits an assisted pop-up cutter on Angels before Bailey locks in an armbar. Gresham attempts to neutralize Khan with a sleeper on the floor. Bailey drops Khan with a step-up moonsault. Angels inadvertently collides with Diener at ringside. Angels has Bailey beat following a Spanish fly by Diener. Tries to call the shots. Bailey capitalizes with the tornado kick, followed by ultimo weapon to win. Jonathan Gresham and Mike Bailey defeat the Design with Diener. Gia Miller asked Trinity if she's worried about her scheduled Knockouts World title match against Deonna Purrazzo becoming a three-way with a tradition of Gizo Shaw. If Shaw can dethrone Purrazzo on a Down Under tour, that's exactly what she'll have to contend with. Pretty much it's going to be a triple threat, of course. Trinity predicts that Purrazzo will handle business and keep their singles match intact. No, it won't happen. To even the odds. In an attempt to even the odds, Trinity challenges Vidal to a match next week. Jimmy Jacobs reads a statement written by Nick Alidas. Following his blindside attack on Impact World Champion Alex Shelley last week, Alidas will not be present on tonight's episode on Impact. After he received threats and harassments on social media and at his home, Shelley sends a message to Alidas in the form of a super kick to Jacobs. Next, we have Knockouts World Tag Team Champion Taylor Wilde with Kylie King versus Killer Kelly. Killer Kelly has a big opportunity as she battles one half of the reigning Knockouts World Tag Team Champions in singles action, while distracts the referee, allowing King to send Kelly crashing to the floor. Wilde locks in a surfboard submission before choking Kelly on the middle rope. Kelly turns the tide with a double underhook suplex, followed by a running drop kick. Kelly counters Witch's Wrath into a roll-up for two. Kelly locks in the killer clutch. Wilde breaks free, but Kelly rolls her up again to win. Killer Kelly defeats Knockouts World Tag Team Champion Taylor Wilde. Now, is this going to be an opportunity for Killer Kelly to be able to get a chance at the World Tag Team Championships, or are they already in it? I'm still getting used to Impact here. I forgot what happened. So, after the match, the Coven jump Kelly from behind when Masha Slamovic makes her way to the ring with a dog collar and chain. In a shocking turn of events, Slamovic defends Kelly as they send the Coven retreating to the back. Interesting. Before he teams with PCO in his return to a competition at Slammiversary, Scott Demore puts Bully Ray and Steve Maclin on notice. Digital Media Champion Joe Hendry versus Yumura Digital Media Championship. Yumura receives his first title shot in Impact Wrestling as he challenges Joe Hendry for the Digital Media Championship. As the match begins, Kenny King and Sheldon Jean make their way to ringside. King joins Tom Hannif and Matthew Rodlett on commentary, while Jean stands guard. Yamura hits Hendry with a back suplex for 2. Yamura hits a power slam, but when he goes for the follow-up crossbody, Hendry catches him in midair. Hendry hits the standing ovation to retain. Your still remaining Digital Media Champion Joe Hendry defeats Yamura in a Digital Media Championship match. After the match, King goes face-to-face with Hendry and sarcastically congratulates him on his victory. New matches have been announced for the Down Under Tour on June 30th and the July 1st streaming live at 5 a.m. Eastern Time on Fight. Ooh, 5 a.m. Wow. On Friday, Eddie Edwards challenges Joe Hendry for the Digital Media title. On Saturday, the Motor City Machine Guns challenges ABC for the Impact World Tag Team titles. Don't miss an all-new Impact next Thursday at 8/7 Central on Access TV and 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube for the Impact Insiders. Trey Miguel receives his match for the X Division title when he challenges Chris Sabin. Trinity goes one-on-one with Vidal. Plus, Nick Elias addresses his attack on Impact World Champion Alex Shelley and more. Your main event time is Bully Ray and Steve Maclin versus Frankie Kazarian, Eddie Edwards with Alisha Edwards. Bully Ray and Steve Maclin tune up for Slammiversary as they battle enemies turn allies. Eddie Edwards and Frankie Kazarian. Maclin provides a distraction for the referee, allowing Bully to go low on Kazarian with the steel ring post. Edwards and Kazarian are working well together as they hit a combo atomic drop Russian leg sweep on Maclin. Edwards and Kazarian turn their attention to Bully with a double vertical suplex. Edwards dives through the ropes to take out Bully on the floor. Kazarian is next to fly as he hits Maclin with a Hurricane Rana on the floor. Bully targets Alisha at ringside, allowing Maclin to gain control off the distraction. Bully and Maclin cut off the ring and prevent Edwards from making the tag. Edwards eventually creates separation after he and Maclin collide with running crossbodies. Edwards makes the tag to Kazarian, who enters the match with a burst of speed. Kazarian hits Maclin with a springboard leg drop for 2. Kazarian spikes Maclin with a pile driver, but Bully breaks up the pin attempt. Bully sends Edwards crashing into his own partner. Edwards inadvertently super kicks Kazarian after Maclin ducks the incoming assault. Bully and Maclin connect with the double team offense on Kazarian for 3. Bully Ray and Steve Maclin defeats Frankie Kazarian and Eddie Edwards with Alisha Edwards. Bully and Maclin stand tall as Impact goes off the air. That is your impactful results and thoughts on tonight's Impact. I'll let you guys know on Saturday, well, tomorrow morning, when I cover SmackDown and Rampage, if I'm going to have my buddy for Collision and for the pay-per-view for AEW. I'll let you guys all know by tomorrow. I'm unstoppable, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown and AEW Rampage. I'm going to finally, hopefully, do AEW Rampage tomorrow. I know I'm going to do SmackDown. Last week I didn't get to do SmackDown. I'm sorry. I was busy, and I had things that had came up. I'm unstoppable, and I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here, and if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.